Hey, welcome back to Life is Strange Before the Storm Remastered.
Hello?
And today we are breaking and entering. Something Chloe enjoys doing.
I need to search this office for any communication with Sarah that can help me find her. Arcadia Bay's least wanted.
Arcadia Bay Police Department incident report. Assault case. Alex Keller, reporting officer. Damon Merrick, 31. 6'3", 180 pounds. I'm guessing that's brown hair and eyes. White. The person described above is charged as follows. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Date of offense, April 12th, 2010. Which I think was just a few days. Or I don't remember exactly when this takes place, but whatever. Occurrence at Tumnus Lumber. After a verbal altercation with the victim, Merrick brandished a fire poker, hitting the victim several times about the head before fleeing the scene. Merrick's gloves were recovered and entered into evidence. A 911 call was received at 10:21 p.m., and an officer arrived on scene at 10:38 p.m. with EMT. The victim was taken to a hospital. A bystander, who requested to remain anonymous, named Damon Merrick as the assailant. Okay, this takes place in May. Max. I don't think you can know how you feel about someone until you almost lose them. Until you sit in a hospital waiting room, frozen in place, yet somehow falling, silently, desperately pleading to hear their voice touch their hand, make them laugh. Then you know. It was weird being with Rachel's dad, and actually kinda nice. We were on the same team, suddenly, and none of the other shit mattered. I think I can see why Rachel loves him. Got to check in on Mikey, spend some time with him and Steph. Oh yeah, and cheer Mikey up with some more hardcore nerd gaming. After what felt like forever, Rachel woke up. Even with everything that's happened, she's still focused on finding her mother. So I am too. Here's the plan. I'm going to dig around Jane's office, find whatever I can about her, and track her down so they can meet. I don't care how tough it might be. Chloe, the bounty hunter.
What do we have here? I should check the computer or some of those files laying around.
In other words, we'll get to that stuff later.
If it can rain ash, I guess it could snow in LA.
Not very often, though.
It's the big one.
I think LA has gotten snow once in a
James
while.
has a file on Frank. I'd love to read this, but I've got to focus on finding Rachel's mom.
I think LA has gotten snow once or twice, but it's really a rare occurrence.
Best dad. That stuff is all politics anyway.
Alright, that was cute. I like it's all politics.
Sweet. The secret key. Now to find the secret lock.
Yeah, I think we know where that was. Hey, Bryce. Thanks again for playing with Mikey. Haha, that was a good game. Good luck with whatever you're dealing with. Be safe. That's from all of us. Thanks. Mikey says, tell Chloe she can handle anything. Hope so. On a side note, went back, double checked. If you try to talk to Mikey before playing that D&D game, all he says is that to tell Rachel that she has to come to the next board game night. So you don't actually get to have a conversation with them either way, which is disappointing. But yeah, me and say you really didn't. Nothing was.
Sheldon. Why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
He was one of the losers at the what's it?
I guess getting your ass kissed comes with the DA territory.
Service Award presented to James Amber in appreciation of your integrity, honesty, and dedication to the fair and ethical administration of justice.
More sherry.
If you're gonna keep booze in a drawer, go with something better than sherry. Go with something harder than sherry. And the drunk drawer achievement.
More sherry.
Secret booze stash.
James sure keeps lots of files on people.
I mean, I think it's kind of his
Pro
job.
tip. When digging for secrets, try the DA's computer. Even if James is trying to protect Rachel from her mother, this seems like a pretty terrible way to act.
From Sarah to James. James, this is enough. When you told me at the park that you weren't going to let me be a part of Rachel's life, of course I was angry, but I understood your need to protect her. It's your prerogative as a parent. But sending that man to talk sense into me? Threaten me? You're losing the moral high ground here. What kind of way is that for a DA to act? What would the voters say? I have the right to meet my daughter, and the lawyer I spoke with agrees. But more importantly, Rachel has the right to know who her mother is, to know the truth. Do what you know is right. Aw. So yeah, that's uncomfortable that he's sending someone
Locked
to
drawer
threaten her.
inside locked office. Seems promising.
Yeah, sending someone to threaten her? Yeah, that's getting a bit shady. Bit shitty there.
Welcome to Shadyville. James's stamp collection.
You never know. He's boring enough to have a stamp collection. Go. Why?
Sarah sent all these letters, and James never gave them to Rachel? That's so messed up.
To my Rachel. My name is Sarah, and I am your biological mother. The first thing you should know about me is that giving you up was the worst mistake I ever made. I was struggling with something at the time, something I have been battling with ever since. That battle has taken everything from me, most importantly you. But now I'm in a place where I know I can be a part of your life. It is more than I deserve, I know, but I would love to try if you want to. Please take your time, and if you have anything to say or any questions, hearing from you would mean the world. I love you very much, and I hope to meet you soon. Love, Sarah. Dearest Rachel, I hope it's alright for me to write you again. I haven't heard from you yet, and that's okay, it really is. I feel like I have so much to catch up on, you know? I don't remember much of my life. It's a symptom of the choices I've made. So much is lost. Except you. I remember everything about you. The crinkle of your nose, the depth of your eyes, the knowing smile that somehow made it seem like you'd seen it all before. I can call it up whenever I want, as clear as a summer day. I was so afraid. Afraid that I would be a terrible mother to you. That I would screw you up the way I screwed up so much of my life. Now I know, of course, that my fear was wrong. Far worse than being a bad mother is never knowing what kind of mother I would have been. I am sorry. If you can find the courage to forgive me, maybe we can start over. I want to. With all my might, I want to. Love, Sarah. Beautiful Rachel. I read somewhere, maybe a fortune cookie, that you can never step in the same river twice, because after it moves, it's not really the same river anymore. It's something new. Do you think that's true? I try to picture you reading these letters. I wonder what your reactions are, how I might seem to you, this mystery mother. I don't blame you for not writing back. You will write when you are ready. I imagine your dad is still wary of all this. That's okay. James is protective of you, just as I would be. But he's also a kind and compassionate person. That was the problem, really. I wasn't cut out for him, or the life he wanted to give you. I knew it then, even when he didn't. I know we can never have the same relationship that we should have had, but I hope we can have something new together. I hope it so much. All my love, Sarah.
The Sarah in this letter doesn't seem anything at all like the person James told us about last night.
James, I understand your reluctance to let me speak with Rachel, but don't you think the decision should belong to her? Everything I've done over the past year has been to prove to you that I am ready to be in Rachel's life. I have gone through rehab, I am in recovery, and I am no longer in need of money or assistance. I know I can be a positive influence for her. I am coming to Arcadia Bay in the hopes that we can at least meet to discuss this, so you can see how much I've changed. If you have any feelings left for me at all, you will give me a fair chance to prove myself to you, and hopefully to Rachel too. You were the love of my life once. Please don't take this away from me. Cease and desist. Kosterman and Shapiro Family Law. Dear Mr. Amber, I represent Sarah Gerhardt, lawful mother of Rachel Amber and petitioner for partial custody of Rachel Amber, her lawful daughter. Please take notice that Oregon law requires current guardians of minors to respond in good faith to any and all lawful petitions by parents to reestablish contact with their children. On behalf of my client, I hereby demand that you cease and desist from unlawfully denying contact between Sarah Gerhardt and Rachel Amber. You are now considered to be on notice that continuing refusal will result in a petition for suit filed under Oregon Family Law Statute 42.4b, Tillamook County Family Services. This letter constitutes your final notice on this matter. And, yeah, that's the kind of thing that I imagine James doesn't want done. I don't imagine James would want that getting out.
So, this looks like Sarah stopped cashing the checks James sent her. Guess he forgot to mention that during his story last night.
2420 Blackfriars Road. And yep, since at least December is the furthest back that we see, but definitely seems to go back further. Looks like it's been about a full year that she hasn't been cashing those checks. Which, yeah, that's
James sure keeps lots of files on people.
just to clear out the yeah. So yeah, the fact that he didn't mention it, that's he is continuing to lie. He's continuing to lie to Rachel, which is not great, dude.
I have to know who James is talking to on the secret phone of his. It could be about Sarah.
Man, flip phone. You don't see a lot of flip phones. They make good burners, I suppose. Flip phones are probably mostly used as burner phones these days, and even then, probably not very often. I'm told you can help me with my problem. Crossing the line, eh? Let's talk. We'll call tonight. I found who you were looking for. Call you in 15. This is back, so back April 21st. Asked for help. April 27th, found who you were looking for. May 4th, well, this isn't a charity. I'm gonna need you to do what we talked about. I can't. Sure you can. Because I talked to your girl, and she has a big mouth. Turns out she's not so easy. Oh. Then a few days later, May 8th. Turns out she's not so easy. We're going to need more hands-on. Don't hurt her. Relax. I've got my best guy on it. How's your daughter? Yeah, so that was a little before 1 a.m. And then this afternoon, how's your daughter? You know she attacked me first, right? You really should teach her to behave better. Nothing? Guess you don't need this taken care of anymore.
James is working with Damon Merrick?
Yep.
This is insane. What were they talking about? Is the girl Damon's talking about Sarah? Whatever is going on, I need to see if Damon knows where Sarah is. But how do I get him to tell me?
I imagine both options will work, I assume. Where is Sarah? So we're using names now? Relax, man. It's simple. Either you do what I want, or your little problem becomes a big problem. Now, did you take care of the evidence or not?
Shit. What do I say?
You first. I know you're new at this, so I'll give you a pass. Don't fuck with me. Let's see proof of the evidence.
Hope James actually has this evidence. Don't think Damon will tell me where Sarah is. Unless I send him a picture. Shit. Which of these is Damon talking about? I could just take a wild guess and see what he says. Or maybe there's some info on the case hanging around the office. Did Damon really shoot someone? Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
22 casings. Found a ton of lumber.
Could this be the evidence? Damon and knives seem like a solid bet.
Case number 3888. Which is this one?
Did Damon really shoot
3888?
someone? Guess I shouldn't be surprised. If TV has taught me anything, these babies will be swimming in DNA.
All the same case. But we do remember. I think we'll remember from the corkboard the mention of a glove. I'm waiting. What? That's evidence, right? Yeah, and now you fucking destroy it. Why are you so bad at this? I'll get right on that.
If I can figure out how. How do I destroy a glove? Maybe I can burn it somehow.
Oh yeah, because that's setting fires in trash baskets and trash cans has worked out so well so far. At least she's being actually kind of responsible about it. Keep it near a window. And at least the trash can itself is metal as well.
Oof. Better not touch that again.
You've taken care of it. Good. So, since you're destroying evidence, might as well tell me which of my guys was the snitch. Where is she? No more games. Sorry, Chief, but I think you're gonna do what I asked. Tell me who it is. Or maybe you'd rather deal with your problem yourself. Dick.
Damn. I hope James has something here to tell me who Damon's informant is. So I need to find which of Damon's guys has been snitching. I should search around the office to see if there's any info to help me out. Been learning a hell of a lot about Frank lately. Okay, there's no way that Frank is snitching on Damon. But I love learning about his badass loitering charge.
Yeah, nice. Francis Bowers, Frank, Frankie, or Frankie D. 6 feet 1 inch, 190 pounds. Detained May of 2006 by Arcadia Bay Police Department on suspicion of drug dealing, loitering. Drug dealing charges dropped due to insufficient evidence.
Feels a little weird having this guy's records at my fingertips. This is that freak from the mill. Wonder what Damon would think of his very cooperative comment.
Officer Cummins has been very cooperative, no missed check-ins. Well, good for him. Doesn't tell us anything about him, though.
Guess I'm lucky James keeps so much info at home. I agree to aid the courts on future cases. That could be seen as a little snitchy.
Gerald Scott.
Man, this guy's the snitch? He was so cool to me at the mill. Wonder if there's someone else I could pin it on instead.
Detained by Arcadia Bay Police Department on suspicion of drug trafficking, released after questioning by Officer Ernie Yates, described as a highly cooperative source of information on local criminal activity. 6 feet 6 inches. 35 years old at this point. He doesn't really look it. I would have figured late 20s. If the thunder don't get you, then the lightning will. So, yeah, there's Frank. That, I assume, is Gerald. There's Thunder, whatever his name was.
Okay. If I'm going to accuse one of these guys, I'd better be sure I'm right.
So, oh, that's the vendor.
I totally knew this guy was a criminal when I stole from him.
So that's who Gerald is.
This guy let me into the mill. Cool dude.
Yeah, I can't betray him.
Guess this explains why Mr. Amber knows so much about Frank. Could this douchebag be the snitch Damon's talking about?
He's not. Thunder is the snitch. But Thunder's cool. Thunder seems like a nice dude. He seems like a very cool dude. Frank, we like Frank. Frank's a nice guy. He's cool. The vendor, I mean, who gives a damn? I mean, we didn't even know this guy had a name. Like, you know, the vendor. We kind of already screwed over the vendor earlier. We stole from him, and we caused his car to run into somebody else. We already did a lot to hurt the vendor. This dude we kicked in the nuts, I think, and but he was harassing us. Yeah, this dude's just a dick. This dude's a dick, so metaphorical crotch punch. The informant is Sheldon Pike. Shit, really? I barely know that guy. And now he's gonna wish we never met. Good work. Guess all that leaves is our handoff. Show me you have my payment, and I'll tell you where to meet.
Payment? Fuck.
I've got your money. Good. Send me a pic and we're all set.
Here's hoping James already has Damon's money. But where would it be? Hope James doesn't really get Damon off the hook. That dude's gotta pay.
So yeah, figure out where the money is.
I wonder if this has anything to do with Damon's stash.
Yeah, that's certainly suspicious. Why would you not have cleaned that up? It would have taken a few seconds to just brush most of the sawdust off.
Holy shit. That must be thousands of dollars. No wonder Damon wants it so bad.
Alright, good work. And now here's your girl, ready to go.
Fuck, that's Sarah. And she's at the mill. What is he doing to her?
Yeah, so Damon has abducted Sarah. Why? Bring me the package and we can finish the job. On my way. Don't do anything in the meantime. You really are new at this. Better hurry. This chick's starting to get on my nerves.
Holy shit. Does James even know what he's doing? Okay, I still have time. Damon's waiting for his money, right? He wouldn't do anything to her. Yet. Fuck. I need to get there fast.
Chloe?
Elliot?
Hey!
Elliot, what are you doing here?
Good question.
What are you doing here? This is Rachel's house, right?
Did he really just follow me here?
Yeah, that's a bit creepy, dude.
Did you follow me from the hospital?
I did. I'm worried about you.
I'm
Getting a bit
fine.
stalkery here.
You're the one acting crazy. You shouldn't be here.
Chloe. Ah!
Elliot, put that down. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
And you do? Chloe. God, what have you gotten yourself into?
Trouble.
You wouldn't understand.
Give me a chance. What the hell are you doing?
I can't tell you, but obviously this is pretty serious shit. That's why I need to leave right now.
You mean serious for Rachel, right? But you're the one putting yourself in danger again. I'm so sick of
True.
you not seeing who Rachel really is. When will you realize what she's doing to you?
Elliot, just take a step back.
No. You need to listen to me.
I mean, yeah, Rachel has been kind of manipulating us. Oh. Yeah, sure. Max, I'm starting to think that lying is contagious. One lie leads to another, and before you know it, there's an epidemic. Case in point, Rachel's dad. Remember when I told you all about how he lied to Rachel, but then the truth about her mom came out? Yeah, about that. I guess the hardcore security should have tipped me off. I managed to break into his desk. That's when the lies started to pour out. I found letters from Sarah to Rachel. Letters James never showed her, never mentioned. And the checks James had been sending to Sarah? Bullshit. She's been sending them back. This lying asshole has even been working with Damon fucking Merrick of all people. I had to lie too by pretending to be James. It was crazy. I burned actual evidence, which means I should probably burn this journal too. The spread of lying. Truth, lying, pants on fire. Random island up there. I forget what island that is. Give me a second. It's going to bug me until I look it up. Just give me a second here. Okay, so I thought this island was something specific. It's not. This is Southampton Island, which is part of the Nunavut territory. And has a population. The only settlement is Coral Harbor, with a population of 1,035. So, it's just a big ol' nothing, really. I think I might have been mixing it up with maybe this one island up here or something like that, with a different island. Yeah, this one is basically nothing. Southampton Island. Southampton Island is apparently one of the few places that's still truthful, because nobody is there. On the other hand, there's wide swaths of up here that are pretty much uninhabited. What are the polar bears lying to each other? I mean, entirely possible, frankly. Anyway, then I ratted out one of the skeevy guys who harassed me at the Firewalk show. Serves him right. Finally, I found a stack of money that Damon's been waiting for James to give him, in exchange for hurting Sarah, I think. How can people be so fucked up? I almost wish I could forget everything I found today. Almost. Because now I know where Sarah is, and nothing will stop me from getting to her. Chloe, liar of lies. Lies are, as I mentioned, a big theme in this game.
What has your relationship with her gotten you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
First night you hang out, what happens?
She saved me.
You end up in a fight.
She saved me from it. Like, yeah, these two guys were picking on me, and she helped me.
You don't know what you're talking about. Rachel saved my ass.
I'm sure that's how it seemed to you.
No, that's what it was.
Stop suggesting that she's somehow bad.
The next day she convinces you to skip school. Magically, she barely gets in trouble. And you get expelled.
Yeah, because I jumped to her to... Like, okay, like, he doesn't have a lot of the context that we do. So, like, it's fair. Like, the points he's making are kind of fair. But...
I took the fall because I wanted to. Rachel tried to protect me.
Yet somehow, it all worked out for her in the end, as usual.
You don't understand. You weren't there.
Was she protecting you when she made you take part in a play you didn't want to be in?
No, that was just her being a jerk.
Look, I'm sorry I ditched you for the play, but this...
I mean, like, that one was because she thought it would be funny. That one, she thought it would be funny. And to be fair, it worked out. Again, give her credit. She had the right instinct for it. That was a friend being like, oh, this is gonna be hilarious. But also, I mean, like, not a lot of choices that were available at the moment. Like, the play meant a lot to her, and to the rest of the cast, there weren't a lot of options. And, so she got me to do it. Because, yeah, I had to. Someone had to do it. Chloe was the best choice to do it, and it led to that really good scene. It led to that wonderful proposal.
Isn't about that.
Seriously, man. You need to shut the fuck up before...
I've been quiet long enough. Look, Rachel is an amazing actress, and I don't mean on stage. She's fake. You're real, and I hate to see her manipulate you like this.
Again, he's not entirely wrong. Rachel is manipulative. And I think honestly, I think she doesn't even always intend to be. She's manipulating Chloe, and I don't think she's even wanting to. She's not even intending to manipulate Chloe. It's just all her life. It's part of who she is. She just does it naturally. So yeah.
Elliot, I promise, no one is manipulating me.
No? Just look where you are now. A high school dropout. Hanging out with criminals and breaking into houses. It's crazy.
Yes, kids, you too can achieve your dreams. drop out of school and you too can achieve your dreams. Okay, stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Save your parents the stress of you being a dropout. They'll get plenty of stress when you aren't able to move out from home because the only jobs that are available are shitty, low-paying ones, while the price of apartments has gotten so ridiculous that it's a wonder anybody affords to live anywhere.
It just as easily could have been you in that hospital today. If that ever happened...
Look, I hear you. I appreciate the concern.
I don't think you do.
Elliot.
I'm the one who cares about you, Chloe. Me,
Uh-oh.
not Rachel. It's time you saw the truth.
What does that mean?
It means you're going to stop thinking about Rachel and pay attention to me now, for once.
Uh-oh. Yeah. This is taking a dark turn. A side note, I like the music here. Yeah, screw him. I'm just gonna blow him off.
Look, I'm sorry, but I really need to go.
Why did you make me do that? Can't you just listen to me?
And here he starts getting, yeah. This is where it starts getting bad.
Elliot's gone full-blown crazy. I need to get the police to come without tipping him off.
Who was there for you? When Max left? When your dad died? No one else gave a shit about you except for me.
Dude.
We have a lot to talk about. And I don't care how long it takes. We're not leaving until you see that I'm right.
What's your emergency?
All right, Elliot. You want to talk so bad? Let's talk.
What's really going on here? You can tell me.
Here's what's going on. We're at the DA's house, and we should probably leave before he comes back.
Don't worry. With Rachel in the hospital, James isn't coming anytime soon. I'm talking about your situation. Rachel is dangerous. You need to realize that.
You're right, Elliot. I didn't want to admit it before, but it's true. My life is in danger.
Thank you, Chloe. All I want is to help you. I'm glad you can finally see that.
You're right. I do need help. I need help immediately.
Hey, it's okay. I'm not going anywhere.
I feel trapped. Boxed in. I desperately want to leave this situation.
It takes a lot of guts to tell me all this. And I want you to know that I will always be there for you. No matter what.
Look at her face like, hey, dude, no.
It's the police.
Okay, don't panic. I'm sure They'll just want to ask us why we're here.
What do we do?
I'll talk to them. There's nothing to be concerned about.
Thank you, Elliot. You're a great friend.
Well, just screwed over Elliot. So good time to mention Elliot. Is named after Elliot Rodger. Uh, a mass shooter. He was an incel, involuntary celibate, for those who don't know what that means. Basically, a dude who got really pissed about the fact that he couldn't find a date. That's that's really what it comes down to. Is he was just a dude who was pissed about the fact that women didn't want to date him. So in 2014, in Isla Vista, California, he went on a mass shooting rampage. Killed 16 people, injured 14 others, and then shot himself. And yeah, I mean, it basically just comes down to the fact that felt he felt that he was owed attention from women. That women were supposed to like him, to pay attention to him. And when women didn't go for him, it made him angry and resentful towards them. So that's who Elliot is named after. Which, yeah. The worst part is that a lot of what he said was not wrong. It's like the worst part about it. A lot of what he said was not actually wrong. It's just like when he flipped out and decided that no, you're going to pay attention to me. He obsessed over Chloe. He was in love with Chloe and felt that because he loved her, she's supposed to love him. And that he was, owed her attention. That he was owed her love. And he sort of flipped out there when she was willing to give it. If you fail that backtalk challenge, then the police still arrive, and you grab the money and slip past them. But Elliot also escapes. And that is the very last backtalk challenge. It's not quite. There's one more. There's one more that's similar. That's the last of the backtalk challenges. Which, like I said, there's two in this in the final episode. One in the hospital with either Mikey or Drew, and then the one with Elliot, and then that's it. Like, it's weird that they just cut what was a major component of the previous games or of the previous episodes. They just completely dropped this entire mechanic. Just like, we don't want to bother with this anymore. This was a mistake. We don't want to do this anymore. Is sort of how it ends up coming across. So like they threw in a couple obligatory ones, but yeah. Like I said, there's one more conversation that is somewhat similar in concept, but is not actually done as a backdock challenge. Kind of vaguely similar, but it's not actually a backdock challenge. And there's a lot that doesn't really get shown. Like there's the final attempt, like the final one. I will say there's only one way to win it, and you don't even know if you won it until the credits, basically. I suppose I'm spoiling something, but yeah, it is weird just the way they dropped it. Anyway, Don't Mess With Me by Brody Dahl. I like this song. Brody Dahl is maybe best known for being part of the Distillers. But she's got some solo stuff too. Could have done with more of that song, frankly. It's a good song. It's a really good song. Yeah, so Don't Mess With Me by Brody Dahl. She was part of the Distillers. Lead singer of the Distillers back in the day. Also had a project under the name of Spinneret. So after she left the Distillers, she did a created almost kind of a super group of sort of indie shit. But yeah, she did Distillers, and then she formed another band called Spinneret. It was really good. And then she released an album under her own name. Seems she hasn't really done much in the past few years. Her first solo album, her last album was back in 2014. So she hasn't released any new music since then. Not sure if she still tours or anything like that, but oh, she was also in the band Sourpuss. Looks like they may have. Looks like Distillers may have gotten back together in 2018. Though again, no music, no albums released since then. Anyway, a shame that we only hear a few seconds of that song because it is a really good song. She's just really cool in general. Anyway, Max. You know that poem that goes like, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice, and fire is supposed to be desire, and ice is supposed to be hatred? Yeah, put me down for one of each. Elliot followed me to Rachel's house. Turns out he's been, I don't know, watching me? Or at least paying close attention to what I've been up to with Rachel. And he does not approve. I honestly had no idea Elliot had this side to him. He truly hates Rachel. At one point, he literally refused to let me leave until I saw the truth about her. He was psycho rage angry. I was afraid, and I also didn't have time to talk to him. So I got the bright idea to secretly call 911 when he wasn't looking. And it actually worked. I was able to tip the cops off to what was happening. Then when they showed up, I ran off. Poor Elliot will have to answer to them. But also, fuck him. Truth is, I almost feel bad for Elliot. He made the terrible decision to become obsessed with me. I just have way more important shit to deal with right now. Chloe, evader of creepos. And, yeah. Consequences.
So much destruction. All because Rachel got angry at her dad.
Indeed.
Who's been lying to her all her life. And he's still lying.
Hey, being a dad's tough.
That doesn't justify what he's done.
I'm just saying, I'd probably do anything to keep you safe.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah?
did you ever lie to me? I don't mean telling me that ashtray I made for Mom wasn't a piece of crap. I mean, like,
Aw.
really lied about something that might hurt me to know.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean... Would he? I suppose, would he have had anything major to lie about? So yeah, this is honestly one of the tougher things. But...
I suppose everyone lies about big things. I mean, the stuff Mom doesn't know about me. So you probably lied too.
Would you love me less?
I guess it depends on what it was.
That's the trouble, sweetheart. The truth's risky. And the idea of you loving me even a little less, I don't think I'd ever want to risk that. Are you really ready to hear the answer to your question?
I mean, he's a figment of her imagination, so... The fact that she's doing this while, seemingly while wide awake, that's a cause for concern, by the way.
You know what, Dad? Never mind. I don't need to know. I like it better this way.
What way? That I'll always be the perfect dad?
How many people get to say that? Don't worry. My ride, my tunes.
Here we go.
Am I seriously going in to face Damon Merrick? All for Rachel? Am I crazy?
Hella crazy.
I'm glad you're here, Dad.
You don't want me to go?
No. I like the company. Besides, you don't want to miss this. Things are about to get real.
Just gotta rock along to the song. And, 1 second here. Alright, so I think there is just enough left to justify splitting this into one last episode. So, when we continue, the end of Life is Strange Before the Storm. And, it gets intense. So, thanks for watching, and join me for that.